You're listening to the Social Selling Simplified podcast. Stick around if you too are obsessed with learning things that actually work and believe that success leaves clues. We're all about identifying results-producing roadmaps and getting super clear on how to scale and grow your online business. From part-timer to president, social selling expert Ashley Shaw will help you connect the dots and take the guesswork out of what works to grow a social selling empire. It's time to hear from social selling legends, listen in on truthful conversations, and learn the best tips and tricks to reduce the marketing overwhelm so you can build the social selling business of your dreams. If you're ready to go all in, no holding back, and build the business you've always wanted, you're in the right place. Here's your host, educator, social selling guru, and fitness industry OG, Ashley Shaw.
Welcome to Social Selling Simplified. I'm your host, Ashley Shaw, and we're going to be diving into why a funnel is your answer for everything. So I want to start this episode by talking about a coach I was helping in a super strategy session. In this one-on-one session, this coach and I were chatting about her ability to scale her business and get to a six-figure year and what that would really look like. And in her current coaching plans, there were a couple of different offerings, but one of the offerings that she had involved some one-on-one sessions. And in terms of the ability to scale, you go from when offering something like that, these one-on-one sessions, you're only able to really help one person at a time. And your business is limited by how many one-on-one sessions you commit to because there's only so many hours in a day. If you're spending an hour with each person, you can imagine that your schedule would come to a point of capacity that you wouldn't be able to help any more people after that point. This way of looking at your business and determining whether a funnel is for you, and P.S., it's for everyone, it will really give you the ability to help hundreds, if not thousands of customers at one time versus just helping one person at a time. So I would say how I look at a funnel is it's the difference between helping one person and using addition versus exponentially growing your business and using multiplication to grow your business. So that is why your answer to everything is actually a funnel. And I'm going to get into the 5 most important reasons why I would absolutely recommend that you stop everything and start building a funnel right now. So reason number 1 is that a funnel is your ability to scale your business. First, let's define what a funnel is. A funnel is an automated system that you put in place to help customers move down their value journey. I would define a funnel as having 4 main parts. The first part is someone becomes aware of you, and then someone starts to engage with you. Then they would subscribe, meaning they give you their email, and then they would get on your email list, and your goal would be to convert them. That would give us 4 different stages, right? Awareness, then they engage, then they subscribe, then the goal is to convert them. So when we think about a funnel, the difference in building a funnel versus just using social media to grow your business is that when you employ a funnel, you have the ability to be helping multiple people at one time because your funnel is really doing the work for you versus having all these one-on-one conversations or one-on-one touch points, which is so much more time consuming. And it does have a cap on it. You can only be having so many conversations at once versus when you are using an automated funnel system, you set it up once and then you're able to help hundreds, thousands of people at one time. This is why the funnel is your ability to actually scale your business because you're not capped by your time commitment. You are simply capped, and capped maybe isn't even the right word, but your speed at which you can grow your business is just limited to how quickly you can figure out what is the right funnel. And then how do you get people actually in that funnel, where typically you'd be using maybe Facebook ads to get people in there, and then you're moving them through that funnel, which is automated. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that it creates a system that you can actually automate. So rather than sending a bunch of messages or 100% relying on social media or stories, all those sort of things, which are very time consuming, what it does is it creates a system that you can actually automate, because you can, if we think about these steps, you've got awareness, engagement, subscribe, and then convert. Awareness and engagement, I would say awareness, it eventually comes from having ads, because you can set something up and then Facebook and Instagram can find people for you and show what you have to offer to them. So that's an automated process. Then you move to engagement. It's the same sort of idea. When you put something out there via ads, then Facebook is really doing the work for you. Now, let's say you're just in the organic phase. This would be on you to put something out there on social through a post and be working to get your own engagement. Then when you move to the stage of subscribe, this is automated, because you would have built an opt-in page that you're directing people to from your posts and your stories. Like, that's where you're driving people. But ultimately, the page is already built. So once you build it, you're just sending people there, and then they're subscribing. And then from there, they would get an automated email series. So automated just means it's already set up and it automatically fires when somebody gets that tag, meaning they filled out an opt-in form. You only have to set it up once, and then there's an automatic email system and process in place to move them down the funnel. So once they get that first, let's say, welcome email, you would develop an email series that works to get them to convert into a customer. And maybe you have a few emails that are an indoctrination series, so they get to know, like, and trust you. And then you have emails that go out maybe on a weekly basis to tell them about new offerings and things that are coming up. It is definitely a system you can automate, but it also could be taught so someone else could run it, which is super powerful when you are the CEO in your business and you don't have time to do everything. When you have this automated system, it can really help take the weight off you and help you recoup some of your really, really, really valuable time. Okay, reason number three, it allows for less DMing and more automatic customer attraction. I find that a lot of people in network marketing think that the only way to grow their business is to DM people if they see any slight engagement. And I don't find this, of course, for everyone, but I do find that there are a lot of messages that get sent out that are pretty cold messages, meaning you accept a friend request and then all of a sudden you get this message from somebody that you don't know that's like, hey girl, I've been thinking about you. You should totally try this product. And it's really getting old fast. Like, that method definitely does not work anymore, in my opinion. I would never respond to something like that. So when you have a funnel, it actually allows for less of that. I think there's still a way that you can authentically get to know people and use some sort of DMing if that's your style. But I also think that you don't have to do that. I think that when you build a funnel, your customers can follow along on their own journey without you having to, hey girl, hustle, or always trying to be posting on social to get in their feed. I think that there's a much more authentic way when you have this funnel set up, because ultimately, after they've engaged with you on social, you're able to drive them to that opt-in, and then your email series is going to communicate for you, and it's going to be moving people automatically down that funnel and to the next stage, versus you having to DM them to create likability, trust, and rapport, and then DM them with the next product. And it's really, I think email is like something that works sort of more on their terms versus feeling like they're getting a bunch of DMs from you. And it feels maybe a little bit more invasive, where if they opt in, then it's like they're making that mini commitment and making that small yes first before you're asking them to do anything. So I think that it just works much better for being more authentic. And obviously it really helps. It's automatic too. Okay. Reason number 4 is it's an automatic value machine that keeps running. One of the biggest blockers to getting more followers and getting an audience is actually providing value. Now, when you set up your own funnel, you would have a freebie, or it's also called a lead magnet, something on the front end that you're giving away. And that's why someone would actually opt in, is they want what you're giving away. Maybe it's a 5-day free meal plan. Maybe it's makeup tips. Maybe it's ways to stay hydrated. It all depends on your audience. But when you have that freebie up front, you're delivering value. That is the first point of contact, that you're giving them something for free. And relationships are like an emotional bank account, right? You have to deposit in before you can ask for something back. So in doing so, you're sort of putting that feather in your cap that, hey, I'm here for value. I'm here to serve you. This is what I do. And I'm not going to ask you for anything. So you're giving that away for free. And then in your indoctrination series or your welcome series, you are able to also deliver value. You're able to provide anything in that series that would be of, high relevance to them. Maybe you've done some videos that you could direct them to that relate back to their goals. It's a really good opportunity to, again, drive home that you're there to provide value. And when you set this up in an email series, it's like a gift that keeps on giving, because every person that goes through your email series is going to get copies of whatever you're sending out. That is why it's such a better method to provide automatic value versus hoping that people just see your social media posts again and again and again, because we know that when it comes to social media, the delivery rate is only 1 to 2% unless you're paying for ads. It's a much better method to use email and driving them into your funnel that way, because we know that the open rates on emails are at least 20%. You go from a chance of 1 to 2% to 20%. Okay, reason number 5 is it's way more authentic than just trying to promote yourself. So I think that the authenticity here is tied to value, because if you are serving up value, as well as they've opted in to get what you're giving, they've made that little mini yes commitment, it feels so much better to consume that content and to move forward in the relationship when there's been a mutual yes, versus if you're just trying to promote yourself on social media and get people to take action. It does cause a lot of turnoff for people. People don't want to be promoted to. They want to learn. They want to be educated if it's a topic that they're interested in. And I think when you have a funnel and you have an opt-in that is built for your ideal customers, and your indoctrination and welcome series really speaks to that, then it just gives you a leg up in that authenticity. And I think people that don't feel very authentic about their marketing, they have a really hard time sticking to it. They second guess whether this business is for them. And they have a really, really hard time showing up, because nobody wants to feel inauthentic about what they do. We all want to feel purpose and passion behind what we do and how we show up and what we give away. So it's such an important component of really living a truly fulfilling life, and your business being a big part of that. Those are the 5 reasons that I believe a funnel is your answer for everything. I'd love to know your biggest takeaway. Make sure that you leave that in the comments below so that we can create more and more episodes that serve you, provide value, and help you connect the dots in your network marketing business. So thank you so much for listening to this episode, and we'll see you next time on Social Selling Simplified. Are you a health and fitness coach wanting desperately to really climb rank and finally be able to go full time with your business? If you're struggling to figure out where to go next, I've got something new coming up just for you. You don't have to be a marketing or tech whiz to make it in this business. I'm saving you hundreds of hours and headaches by teaching you the simple funnel that will get your business automated and running like your favorite dream machine. It's what got the pros where they are now. On Wednesday, August 4th, I'm teaching a free masterclass. There are simple systems that will let you finally quit your 9 to 5, and I'm teaching it all to you for free. All you need to do is head over to ashleyshaw.ca/advance-marketing and get registered. That's ashleyshaw.ca/advance-marketing. We'll see you all there.